Hey guys, Dom here, back again with another Arkane Studios video. Now, it's been a while since we've heard anything from the stealth masters over at Arkane Studios, but with recent rumblings suggest a clear sign that something huge is coming from the infamous studio behind major franchises like Dishonored and the most recent Prey games. Now for me, I've always had a huge soft spot for Arkane Studios. Dishonored is truly an amazing franchise and one that I hold very close to my heart. Dishonored was a giant breath of fresh air back when it was first released in 2012, and for me this was the pinnacle moment when Bethesda Softworks became a major publishing powerhouse in my eyes. Dishonored felt like no other game or world that I have ever played. This game world felt truly alive thanks to the amazing level designers, giving us, the player, seemingly endless possibilities in regards to taking out a target or completing our objective. And the art style for these games are, in my opinion, still second to none. Without a doubt, Arkane Studios are seriously one of the most talented development studios within Bethesda's family, and they definitely deserve way more praise than what they most likely receive. But that being said, it's clear that Arkane Studios have a strong following due to their open design choices and the characters they create within their fantastic worlds. But moving forward, as I previously stated, there have been some recent rumblings that suggest that Arkane Studios' mysterious upcoming game Deathloop is likely coming this year. That's right, this year. Now, after Bethesda's eventful 2018 E3 showcase, where they of course announced the existence of Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6, it became common knowledge that after this, Bethesda's 2019 showcase was pretty lackluster, with only a new mode for Fallout 76 and a few updates here and there to current or already announced games, and it felt like a very uneventful showcase. That was until Arkane Studios' Leon, creators of the Dishonored franchise, took to the stage to surprise us all and unveil their brand new title, Deathloop, which without a doubt completely stole the show. And unveiling this brand new Arkane Studios project quickly became an instant fan favorite and a highlight of the entirety of the E3 convention. But apart from this surprise announcement trailer, the details of this game are completely shrouded in mystery, with only a handful of information to go off half a year since its initial announcement at this point regarding the tone and characters or even the playstyle of this game. But from what we do know, our seemingly two protagonists, Juliana and Colt, are stuck in some sort of stylized Groundhog's Day, stuck in an endless loop of torment on a mystery island known as Black Reef, heavily inspired by the art style of the 1950s / Art Deco dystopia, where the citizens have also gone mad with immortality, and it seems that the only way to break the cycle is to assassinate one of our two protagonists. We also know that this, like all other Arkane Studios titles, will be a single player experience, with Arkane's open-ended approach to level design, giving the player endless ways to approach their objective. But apart from that, we don't really know much about this game, or even when it's going to be coming out, or do we? Well, it seems we may not have to wait too long to get our hands on Arkane's next adventure, as there have been some recent jobs postings that suggest that the game's development is nearing its end. And so if we head over to ZeniMax's career page, we can actually see that Arkane Studios are looking for a quality assurance member. Now, we've actually seen these type of jobs postings regarding Bethesda game studios in Rockville, Maryland as well, recently suggesting that their next big sci-fi adventure, Starfield, is also being tested at the moment. But if you don't know what a QA position is for, a QA position is where a company will hire an outside game tester to do, well, just that, to test their games and provide feedback, mainly in the last stages of development before a game's release. So with that being said, it's clear that the only Arkane Studios title we know about, Deathloop, is clearly in its final stages of production, and is likely prepping for a full release this year. Now, we also know that Arkane Studios' Leon have been working on Deathloop for a number of years now, seeing as the original trademark was first filed all the way back in 2018. And from what I have heard within the Bethesda community itself, is that Arkane Studios have been working on this once unnamed project for a year or so before its initial trademark, and even before they had teamed up with Machine Games on the latest Wolfenstein title. So all in all, I'd say that Arkane Studios have been working on Deathloop for around 3 years now. Not only this, but looking deeper into its trademark, the game's trademark filing is currently suspended, meaning that if ZeniMax do not provide a state of use for Deathloop or release the game within its 6-month suspension period, ZeniMax Media will lose the trademark license altogether, in which the trademark suspension was filed all the way back in November of 2019, which means if we don't hear from ZeniMax Media by May 21st, 2020, Arkane Studios will lose the rights to the trademark filing and it will be abandoned. Now, we have seen this sort of thing for Starfield, where ZeniMax will refile the trademark after the suspension period, but even if they do that, Arkane Studios are clearly gearing up for a full release, as its marketing campaign has started to peer its head. How do I know this? Well, it's down to the one and the only Danny O'Dwyer. That's how. Now, if you don't know who Danny O'Dwyer is, he is the host of the documentary team NoClip. Now, you may remember NoClip from several documentaries they filmed with Bethesda Game Studios back in 2018, recording the history of BGS and the making of Fallout 76 just before its release in 2018. To which I have to say, I absolutely love those documentaries. For me, it was an amazing in-depth look not only into Bethesda Game Studios as a whole, but a look into who was behind the creation of those games and the challenges they faced in creating some of our favourite titles. But since then, NoClip have gone on to record a number of huge documentaries, from the creation and all of the blood, sweat, cancellation and fears that went into the creation of the latest God of War title, to the real story behind what happened to the people behind Telltale Games. Truly amazing work from NoClip. But going back to Bethesda's case, NoClip are a great source of marketing for their upcoming games. I mean, like 76 or not, everybody watched that documentary, the making of Fallout 76 leading up to its release. And with that being said, more recently Bethesda have hired NoClip again for id Software's upcoming title, Doom Eternal, where Hugo Martin has once again filmed a bunch of documentaries with NoClip, giving us an inside look into the failures of the past and the changes that will appear within Doom Eternal, all to promote the game's full release in March. But it seems that's not all NoClip are doing with Bethesda. As of a few weeks ago, several tweets appeared from NoClip head Danny O'Dwyer, who announced that NoClip are going to be working on several big documentaries with Arkane Studios, stating, "I should probably just come out with it. Yes, we are going to be doing a documentary on the history of Arkane Studios, and another on the design of the Dishonored franchise, and another on the design of Prey, filming in both Leon and Austin." To which Danny then followed up with this several weeks after that announcement. "After trips to Leon and Austin over the course of 2 weeks, we have finally wrapped our big Arkane project. I'm absolutely exhausted but thankful to everyone who gave their time to talk to us. Expect a bunch of fun documentaries on NoClip in a few months' time." So yes, it seems we'll be getting 3 huge new documentaries from NoClip surrounding the one, the only Arkane Studios. Now, there are a few things that sound familiar in these documentary series, one being the first documentary being surrounded by the history of Arkane Studios. Now, to me, this is the exact marketing campaign Bethesda Game Studios pulled back in 2018 when they were months away from releasing Fallout 76, with the first doc releasing a few weeks before their E3 showcase, and then NoClip filming a second documentary regarding the creation of Fallout 76 shortly after. And again, like 76 or not, it was a great marketing campaign for Bethesda to have these huge lengthy documentaries release a month or so before their E3 showcase. And with E3 once again right around the corner, I believe Bethesda are doing the exact same thing here with Arkane Studios, as Danny explains that the first documentary will be releasing in a couple of months' time, again right before Bethesda's E3 showcase, where it's likely we are going to see a full reveal of Deathloop in action and a release date to follow, to which will likely lead to the second documentary shortly after Bethesda's 2020 showcase. And if you are still not convinced that Deathloop is coming this year, some interesting developments have happened over the last week or so. So I was checking through Game's websites. If you don't know who Game are, they're the UK's version of GameStop. And this has made an appearance. That's right, Deathloop pre-order placeholders have just become available for the current generation of consoles with a to be confirmed 2020 placeholder. So with all of this information, the QA position, the no-clip documentaries coming before their E3 showcase, the trademark suspension, and now with these brand new placeholders appearing on the official Game website this week, all screams to me that Deathloop, Arkane Studios' latest masterpiece, will be releasing sooner rather than later. But what do you guys think? Are you excited to dive into this mysterious game? Let me know in the comments down below. Best ones get featured in the credits of these videos. And if you liked this video, hit on that like and subscribe button. And until next time, please stand by.